Question 1. What is the primary responsibility of a claims adjuster when investigating a property damage claim? A. To determine the cause of loss and calculate the repair costs. B. To review the policyholder's financial situation and recommend settlements. C. To assess the personal circumstances of the policyholder. D. To negotiate the claim settlement without regard for policy terms. Answer A. To determine the cause of loss and calculate the repair costs. Explanation. A claims adjuster's primary responsibility is to investigate claims to determine the cause of the damage and assess the costs involved in repairing or replacing the damaged property. This involves gathering evidence, inspecting the damage, and ensuring that the claim falls within the coverage provided by the insurance policy. The claims adjuster does not typically assess the policyholder's personal situation, as option C suggests, or recommend settlement amounts without proper policy review, as option B implies. The negotiation of settlements must align with the policy terms and conditions. Disregarding them, as in option D, is not permissible under ethical claims practices. Question 2. Mr. Turner has filed a claim for a stolen vehicle under his auto insurance policy. The insurance company investigates and finds that the vehicle was not properly secured as the keys were left inside the car. What should the claims adjuster do in this situation? A. Deny the claim based on the policy's theft exclusion for negligent actions. B. Approve the claim because the vehicle was still stolen, regardless of negligence. C. Request additional documentation from Mr. Turner before making the decision. D. Advise Mr. Turner to file a police report and resubmit the claim. Answer A. Deny the claim based on the policy's theft exclusion for negligent actions. Explanation. In the context of an auto insurance claim, most policies contain a clause that excludes coverage for theft if the vehicle was left unlocked or the keys were left inside the vehicle. This is typically considered negligent behavior by the policyholder. The claims adjuster should refer to the policy's exclusions regarding theft under such circumstances and may deny the claim if the policy specifically excludes theft in situations where the vehicle was not properly secured. Denying the claim, option A, is the most appropriate action, as approving it, option B, would contradict the terms of most insurance policies, which require the policyholder to take reasonable precautions. Requesting additional documentation, option C, might be necessary in other situations but is not relevant here, as the exclusion is clear. Advising Mr. Turner to file a new police report, option D, would not change the outcome if the policy's terms are violated. Question 3, scenario-based. Mrs. Thompson has recently filed a claim for bodily injuries sustained in an auto accident. She was the passenger in a vehicle that collided with another car. The driver of the other vehicle is uninsured, and Mrs. Thompson's own auto insurance policy includes uninsured motorist coverage. But after reviewing the details, the claims adjuster finds that Mrs. Thompson did not report the accident to the police within the required time frame. How should the claims adjuster proceed with the claim? They approve the claim since the accident was clearly caused by an uninsured driver. B. Deny the claim because Mrs. Thompson did not report the accident within the required time frame. C. Investigate further to determine if the late police report affects coverage under the uninsured motorist provision. D. Approve the claim but reduce the settlement amount based on the delayed police report. Answer C. Investigate further to determine if the late police report affects coverage under the uninsured motorist provision. Explanation. Under many auto insurance policies, timely reporting of accidents and filing a police report is required for claims under uninsured motorist coverage. While Mrs. Thompson may be eligible for uninsured motorist benefits, the claims adjuster must investigate whether the late police report violates any terms in the insurance policy. This investigation will ensure that Mrs. Thompson's claim is processed correctly and in accordance with the policy's requirements. While approval, option A, may seem reasonable, the late report could still impact the claim's eligibility or payout. Denying the claim outright, option B, is premature without further investigation into the specific policy terms. Reducing the settlement amount, option D, may be an option but should only occur after a thorough review of the policy's requirements and the nature of the delay. Thus, the claims adjuster's next step should be to investigate further, option C. Question 4. An insurance adjuster is assessing a commercial property damage claim for a business that was severely damaged in a fire. The policyholder has provided estimates from two separate contractors for repairs. One estimate is significantly higher than the other. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Approve the lower estimate as it seems more reasonable. B. Accept the higher estimate if it is closer to the replacement cost of the property. C. Conduct a thorough review and request additional information or quotes before deciding. D. Reject both estimates and recommend that the policyholder seek a third-party contractor. Answer: C. Conduct a thorough review and request additional information or quotes before deciding. Explanation: the adjuster must evaluate both estimates carefully, considering factors like the scope of repairs, material costs, and labor rates. In commercial property claims, it is crucial to verify that both estimates reflect the necessary repairs and are within the limits of the policy's coverage. The adjuster should not automatically approve or reject estimates based solely on price, but should instead request further information or even additional quotes. Option C. This ensures that the claim is handled with due diligence and in accordance with the insurance policy's provisions. Proving a lower estimate, Option A, or accepting a higher estimate, Option B, without proper review might lead to an inaccurate settlement. Recommending a third-party contractor, Option D, is not typical unless there is a significant issue with the provided estimates. Question 5. In the process of investigating a liability claim, an adjuster discovers that the policyholder was partially at fault for the incident. The policyholder's liability insurance provides coverage for damages but includes a clause that limits coverage if the insured is found partially responsible. What should the adjuster do in this situation? A. Deny the claim due to the policyholder's partial fault. B. Approve the claim in full, as liability coverage generally covers all damages. C. Determine the degree of fault and reduce the settlement accordingly. D. Contact the policyholder to discuss the claim but proceed without considering fault. Answer: C. Determine the degree of fault and reduce the settlement accordingly. Explanation: in cases where the policyholder is partially at fault for the incident, many liability policies contain provisions for a partial payout based on the degree of fault. The adjuster should first assess the degree of responsibility and then apply the appropriate reduction in settlement according to the policy's terms. Options or denying the claim is incorrect because partial fault does not automatically void coverage, especially under liability insurance. Option B, approving the claim in full, is also incorrect because the adjuster must account for the policy's clause that limits coverage in such circumstances. Option D is incorrect because the adjuster must consider fault and its impact on the claim's outcome. Question 6. A policyholder files a claim for medical expenses under a health insurance policy. The insurance adjuster finds that the medical treatment was received at a non-network facility, and the policy includes a clause limiting coverage for out-of-network providers. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim due to the policy's network requirement. B. Approve the claim in full, as the policyholder is entitled to benefits regardless of the network status. C. Reduce the payout based on the terms of the policy for out-of-network care. D. Request additional documentation to justify why the policyholder chose a non-network provider. Answer: C. Reduce the payout based on the terms of the policy for out-of-network care. Explanation: health insurance policies often include provisions for reduced reimbursement or higher out-of-pocket costs for care received at out-of-network facilities. The claims adjuster should review the policy's specific terms and apply the appropriate reduction in benefits based on these conditions. Denying the claim outright, Option A, is incorrect, as out-of-network care may still be covered, just at a lower reimbursement rate. Proving the claim in full, Option B, contradicts the terms of the policy. Requesting additional documentation, Option D, may be helpful, but the core issue is the out-of-network status, which should be addressed in the claims determination. Question 7, scenario-based. Mr. Garcia has a homeowner's insurance policy that covers damage caused by water. His home suffered significant water damage due to a burst pipe, but the adjuster finds that the pipe had been showing signs of wear and was not properly maintained. What should the claims adjuster do in this case? A. Approve the claim for water damage under the policy's coverage. B. Deny the claim based on the policy's maintenance and wear and tear exclusion. C. Reduce the payout for the damage caused by the lack of maintenance. D. Request a second opinion from an independent contractor before making a decision. Answer: B. Deny the claim based on the policy's maintenance and wear and tear exclusion. Explanation: most homeowners insurance policies exclude coverage for damages caused by lack of maintenance, including wear and tear issues such as a burst pipe that was not properly maintained. If the adjuster finds that the damage resulted from poor maintenance rather than a covered peril, the claim should be denied. Approving the claim, Option A, would contradict the terms of the policy, while reducing the payout, Option C, might seem reasonable. Wear and tear exclusions typically lead to a full denial of the claim. Requesting a second opinion, Option D, is unnecessary, as the cause of damage is clear from the adjuster's findings. Question 8. An insurance adjuster is handling a property claim where the insured's home was damaged by a tree falling due to a storm. The adjuster determines that the damage is partially caused by the homeowner's negligence in maintaining the tree. What is the adjuster's responsibility in this case? A. Deny the claim due to homeowner negligence. B. Approve the claim for the portion of damage caused by the storm. C. Reduce the payout based on the homeowner's negligence. D. Contact the homeowner and advise them to handle the repairs independently. Answer: C. Reduce the payout based on the homeowner's negligence. Explanation: in cases where a claim involves both a covered peril, the storm, and a factor that may reduce coverage, homeowner negligence, such as failing to trim the tree, the adjuster should allocate responsibility and reduce the payout proportionally. This may involve calculating how much of the damage was directly caused by the storm versus the homeowner's failure to maintain the tree. Denying the claim, option A, is not appropriate since storm damage is covered under most policies. Proving the claim in full, option B, would not be fair given the homeowner's negligence. Advising the homeowner to handle the repairs, option D, is not a proper course of action when the insurer has responsibility for processing the claim. Question 9. Mr. and Mrs. Turner have filed a claim for a medical procedure that was not pre-approved by their health insurance provider. The policy includes a pre-authorization requirement for certain procedures. How should the claims adjuster handle this claim? A. Approve the claim based on the medical necessity of the procedure. B. Deny the claim due to the lack of pre-authorization. C. Approve the claim but reduce the settlement due to the absence of pre-authorization. D. Contact the policyholder and request that they resubmit the claim for pre-authorization approval. Answer: B. Deny the claim due to the lack of pre-authorization. Explanation: many health insurance policies have pre-authorization requirements for certain procedures. If the insured did not receive the necessary pre-approval before undergoing the procedure, the claim is likely subject to denial. While medical necessity may be relevant, the policy's terms regarding pre-authorization typically override that factor. Denying the claim, option B, is appropriate because it directly violates the policy's requirements. Approving the claim or reducing the settlement, options C and D, would be inconsistent with the policy's pre-authorization provision. Question 10. A policyholder files a claim under their auto insurance policy for damage caused by a hit-and-run driver. The policyholder was unable to provide any identifying information about the other driver. What should the insurance adjuster do? A. Deny the claim due to lack of evidence. B. Approve the claim under the uninsured motorist provision if applicable. C. Approve the claim, but only for the damage to the vehicle, not any medical expenses. D. Request that the policyholder provide more evidence or witnesses to identify the driver. Answer: B. Approve the claim under the uninsured motorist provision if applicable. Explanation: if the policyholder has uninsured motorist coverage, it should cover damage from a hit-and-run accident even if the other driver cannot be identified. The adjuster should confirm whether the policy includes such coverage and approve the claim accordingly. Denying the claim, option A, is incorrect, as uninsured motorist coverage is designed for situations like this. While the policyholder may not be able to provide evidence of the driver's identity, the claim may still be valid under the coverage terms. Option C is incorrect because, if applicable, the entire claim, including medical expenses, should be covered under the uninsured motorist provision. Option D may not be necessary if the policyholder has the appropriate coverage. Question 11. A homeowner's property insurance policy covers losses from fire damage. The policyholder reports a claim after a fire started in their kitchen. The adjuster determines that the fire was caused by an electrical appliance that was faulty due to age and wear. What should the adjuster do in this case? A. Deny the claim because the fire was caused by wear and tear. B. Approve the claim for the damage but only to the structure, not the appliance. C. Approve the claim in full as fire damage is typically covered. D. Deny the claim and recommend the policyholder contact the appliance manufacturer. Answer: C. Approve the claim in full as fire damage is typically covered. Explanation: while the cause of the fire may involve wear and tear on the appliance, most homeowners insurance policies cover fire damage to the property regardless of the cause. The damage to the structure and personal property should be covered under the policy's terms. The policy generally would not cover the appliance itself if it's due to normal aging, i.e. wear and tear, but the resulting fire damage to the structure is covered. Denying the entire claim, option A, based on the appliance's age, is incorrect. Option B is not appropriate because the damage caused by the fire, not the appliance, is the primary concern for coverage. Option D is also incorrect because the insurance company, not the manufacturer, is responsible for covering the damages under the policy. Question 12. An insurance adjuster is reviewing a claim for water damage caused by a leaking roof. The policyholder's roof was already in poor condition before the leak occurred. The adjuster finds no evidence that the damage was due to a covered peril, such as a storm. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Deny the claim based on the pre-existing condition of the roof. B. Approve the claim for water damage due to the roof leak. C. Deny the claim based on the lack of a covered peril. D. Approve the claim but only for the cost of repairing the leak, not the water damage. Answer A. Deny the claim based on the pre-existing condition of the roof. Explanation. Most property insurance policies exclude damage caused by pre-existing conditions, including poor maintenance or deterioration. The insurance policy typically covers sudden and accidental damage, but not damage that results from neglect or normal wear and tear. In this case, since the roof was already in poor condition and no covered peril caused the leak, the adjuster should deny the claim. Option B is incorrect because the damage from a leaking roof due to neglect is generally not covered under typical homeowners policies. Option C might seem appropriate, but does not account for the policy's exclusion of pre-existing conditions. Option D is incorrect because the policy does not cover the damage resulting from an unaddressed pre-existing issue. Question 13. A policyholder submits a claim for theft of jewelry from their home. The jewelry was stored in a locked safe, but the safe was not secured to the floor. The policyholder's homeowner's insurance policy covers theft from a home. What should the adjuster do? A. Approve the claim in full as theft is covered under the policy. B. Deny the claim due to the failure to secure the safe. C. Approve the claim for the jewelry, but only a portion of the value due to the unsecured safe. D. Deny the claim because the theft occurred despite the safe being locked. Answer. C. Approve the claim for the jewelry, but only a portion of the value due to the unsecured safe. Explanation. While theft is generally covered under a homeowner's insurance policy, the policy may include provisions or exclusions for items that were not properly secured. In this case, since the safe was not secured to the floor, the adjuster may reduce the payout for the jewelry as the failure to secure the safe increases the risk of theft. Proving the claim in full, option A, would not be appropriate because the policyholder did not fully comply with the safety standards. Denying the claim, option B, would be too harsh as the theft was still from within the home, which is a covered peril. Option D is incorrect because the safe being locked doesn't guarantee protection if it wasn't properly secured. Question 14. A policyholder files a claim for hail damage to their vehicle. The policyholder reports that the damage occurred during a storm, but there was no official report of hail in the area. What should the adjuster do? A. Approve the claim based on the policyholder's report of the storm. B. Deny the claim due to the lack of official reports. C. Investigate the claim further by requesting weather records for the area. D. Approve the claim for partial damage due to possible hail. Answer. C. Investigate the claim further by requesting weather records for the area of explanation. In cases where the policyholder reports damage from a specific cause, such as hail, but there is no official record of such an event, the adjuster should investigate the situation further. This includes checking weather reports, local news, and potentially inspecting the damage to verify the cause. Denying the claim, option B, based solely on the lack of official reports, is premature. Option A is not recommended because it would be inappropriate to approve a claim without verifying the cause. Proving partial damage, option D, might lead to improper claims handling without sufficient evidence. Question 15. A policyholder submits a claim for water damage caused by a backed up sewer line. The policyholder has sewer backup coverage under their homeowner's insurance policy. However, the sewer line was not maintained and the policyholder was aware of previous issues. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Deny the claim based on the policyholder's failure to maintain the sewer line. B. Approve the claim in full under the sewer backup coverage. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the policyholder's knowledge of prior issues. D. Deny the claim and recommend that the policyholder seek help from a plumber. Answer. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the policyholder's knowledge of prior issues. Explanation. If the policyholder has sewer backup coverage, the claim for water damage due to sewer backup is typically covered even if the issue was not properly maintained. However, the fact that the policyholder was aware of previous issues and did not address them could reduce the payout or affect the claims handling. The adjuster should consider whether the homeowner's neglect contributed to the damage and adjust the payout accordingly. Denying the claim outright, option A, would be unfair if the coverage applies. Proving the claim in full, option B, does not account for the policyholder's failure to maintain the sewer line. Option D is not a proper response because the insurer is responsible for processing the claim. Question 16. A policyholder files a claim for fire damage to their home, but the fire department report indicates that the cause of the fire was suspicious and could be arson. What should the adjuster do? A. Immediately deny the claim due to the suspicion of arson. B. Approve the claim pending a police investigation. C. Approve the claim but limit the payout until the cause of the fire is confirmed. D. Conduct their own investigation into the cause of the fire. Answer: B. Approve the claim pending a police investigation. Explanation: while the fire department suspects arson, the claims adjuster cannot deny the claim based solely on suspicion. Insurance policies typically require that the cause of the fire be determined through a formal investigation. The adjuster should approve the claim for now but ensure that it is pending the results of a police investigation. Denying the claim outright, option A, without clear evidence of arson, would be premature. Proving the claim with limited payout, option C, could lead to complications if the full scope of the damage is confirmed. The adjuster does not have the authority to conduct their own investigation, option D. This should be handled by authorities. Question 17. An insurance adjuster is handling a workers' compensation claim for an employee who was injured while operating machinery at work. The employee did not follow the company's safety procedures and the company has strict guidelines on machinery use. What should the adjuster do in this situation? A. Deny the claim because the employee violated company's safety procedures. B. Approve the claim because workers' compensation covers injuries regardless of fault. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the employee's negligence. D. Deny the claim and recommend the employee be disciplined for not following procedures. Answer: B. Approve the claim because workers' compensation covers injuries regardless of fault. Explanation: workers' compensation insurance provides coverage for employees who are injured on the job regardless of whether the injury was caused by their own negligence or failure to follow safety protocols. The system is a no-fault, meaning that the insurance will typically cover the employee's medical expenses and lost wages even if they did not adhere to safety procedures, while the employee's negligence, option C, may be a factor in the company's internal processes. It does not affect the approval of the claim. Denying the claim, option A, is incorrect because workers' compensation covers injuries on the job regardless of fault. Option D is not appropriate because the insurance adjuster's role is to handle claims, not enforce workplace policies. Question 18. A homeowner submits a claim for damage caused by a tree falling onto their house during a storm. The tree was located in the backyard, but the homeowner had previously requested that the tree be removed due to its deteriorating condition. What should the adjuster do in this case? A. Approve the claim because the damage was caused by a storm. B. Deny the claim because the homeowner had knowledge of the tree's condition. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout since the homeowner knew about the tree's condition. D. Deny the claim due to the homeowner's failure to remove the tree. Answer: C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout since the homeowner knew about the tree's condition. Explanation: while damage caused by a storm is typically covered under a homeowner's policy, the homeowner's knowledge of the tree's deteriorating condition and failure to take action to remove it may impact the claim. The insurance company may approve the claim for the damage caused by the tree falling but reduce the payout if it is determined that the homeowner's negligence contributed to the situation. Option is incorrect because even though the damage was caused by a storm, the homeowner's failure to address the dangerous tree is a factor. Option B and D are incorrect because the insurance policy typically covers storm damage, but the homeowner's failure to act could affect the payout rather than the claim's approval. Question 19. A policyholder files a claim under their auto insurance policy for a collision accident. The policyholder was driving without a valid driver's license at the time of the accident. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Deny the claim because the policyholder was driving without a license. B. Approve the claim in full as the accident occurred despite the lack of a license. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the policyholder's violation of the law. D. Deny the claim and notify law enforcement of the violation. Answer A. Deny the claim because the policyholder was driving without a license. Explanation: auto insurance policies generally require the policyholder to be legally licensed to operate a vehicle. Since the policyholder was driving without a valid license, this typically constitutes a violation of the terms of the insurance policy and the claim may be denied. Proving the claim, option B, is not appropriate because the lack of a valid license generally voids the coverage under the policy. Option C is also incorrect because driving without a license is usually a complete violation of the policy terms. Option D is not the insurer's responsibility while the law enforcement may be notified. The insurance company is primarily concerned with policy compliance. Question 20. A business owner files a claim under their commercial property insurance for damage caused by a fire in their warehouse. The fire was caused by faulty electrical wiring, but the business owner failed to have the wiring inspected regularly as required by local fire codes. What should the adjuster do in this case? A. Deny the claim due to the business owner's failure to comply with fire code requirements. B. Approve the claim in full as the fire was an unforeseen event. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the failure to inspect the wiring. D. Deny the claim because fire codes were violated. Answer. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the failure to inspect the wiring. Explanation. While the fire was caused by faulty wiring, the business owner's failure to adhere to fire code requirements may contribute to the severity of the loss. Insurance policies may include clauses for negligence which could reduce the payout for claims resulting from the policyholder's failure to meet safety standards. The adjuster should approve the claim for the fire damage but may reduce the payout due to the failure to inspect the wiring. Option is incorrect because the fire itself may still be covered even if the business owner failed to follow local regulations. Option B is also incorrect because the business owner's negligence can impact the payout. Option D is an overreach as fire code violations do not necessarily void the claim but may affect the payout. Question 21. A policyholder files a claim for storm damage to their roof, but the damage was only partially caused by the storm. The adjuster finds that some of the damage was due to long-term wear and tear. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the entire claim because the damage includes wear and tear. B. Approve the claim only for the damage caused by the storm. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the pre-existing damage. D. Approve the claim in full as any storm-related damage is covered. Answer. B. Approve the claim only for the damage caused by the storm. Explanation. Most insurance policies cover damage caused by specific perils, such as storms, but do not cover damage resulting from long-term wear and tear. In this case, the adjuster should approve the claim only for the storm-related damage and exclude the wear and tear. Option is incorrect because the claim should not be denied entirely if part of the damage is storm-related. Option C could apply if the insurer decides to reduce the payout, but it is not necessarily required if the damage was only partially due to wear and tear. Option D is incorrect because wear and tear is not covered under most policies. Question 22. A homeowner submits a claim for water damage caused by a burst pipe during a cold snap. The homeowner was aware that the pipes had not been insulated properly, but they did not take any action to prevent the freeze. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Deny the claim due to the homeowner's failure to maintain the property. B. Approve the claim in full as water damage from a burst pipe is generally covered. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the homeowner's negligence. D. Deny the claim because water damage is never covered under a homeowner's policy. Answer. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the homeowner's negligence. Explanation. Most homeowners' insurance policies cover water damage caused by a burst pipe, but if the homeowner's negligence contributed to the damage, e.g., failing to properly insulate the pipes, the insurer may reduce the payout. In this case, the homeowner's failure to prevent the freeze could be considered negligence, which may reduce the payout amount, but the claim itself should not be denied. Option is incorrect because water damage from a burst pipe is typically covered under homeowners' insurance. Option B is incorrect because negligence can affect the payout and the adjuster should factor that in. Option D is incorrect because water damage from a burst pipe is typically covered, though exclusions may apply depending on the specific circumstances. Question 23. A policyholder files a liability claim under their homeowner's insurance after their dog bites a guest at their house. The dog had previously shown aggressive behavior, but the owner did not take any steps to restrain the dog or notify the guest of the danger. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim because the dog was aggressive. B. Approve the claim in full as liability coverage applies to dog bites. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the homeowner's negligence. D. Deny the claim because the homeowner failed to notify the guest. Answer. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the homeowner's negligence. Explanation. While homeowners' liability insurance often covers dog bites, the homeowner's failure to take precautions with a previously aggressive dog may constitute negligence, which could reduce the payout. If the dog had shown signs of aggression, the homeowner could be expected to take reasonable steps to prevent harm. Option is incorrect because a dog bite can be covered under the homeowner's liability insurance and aggression alone does not automatically void the claim. Option B is incorrect because the homeowner's negligence should be considered, which could lead to a reduced payout. Option D is incorrect because the lack of notifying the guest while concerning is not necessarily grounds for denying the claim, especially if the dog bite occurred on the homeowner's property. Question 24. A business owner submits a claim for property damage caused by a fire. Upon investigation, it is found that the fire was caused by an electrical fault in equipment that was more than 15 years old and had not been inspected. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Deny the claim because the equipment was not maintained. B. Approve the claim in full as fire damage is covered. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the business owner's failure to inspect the equipment. D. Deny the claim because the equipment was old and faulty. Answer: C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the business owner's failure to inspect the equipment. Explanation: business property insurance typically covers fire damage, but the business owner's failure to maintain and inspect their equipment could be considered negligence, especially when it comes to ensuring that electrical equipment is safe. The adjuster may approve the claim but reduce the payout to account for the business owner's lack of maintenance. Option is incorrect because fire damage is generally covered, but negligence can affect the payout. Option B is incorrect because the failure to inspect the equipment could reduce the payout. Option D is incorrect because the age of the equipment itself does not necessarily void coverage, though it may be a factor in the payout. Question 25. A policyholder files a claim under their auto insurance policy for theft of their car. The car was parked in an unlocked garage overnight, and there were no signs of forced entry. What should the adjuster do in this case? A. Deny the claim due to the car being left in an unlocked garage. B. Approve the claim in full as the car was stolen. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the car being left in an unlocked garage. D. Deny the claim because there were no signs of forced entry. Answer: C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the car being left in an unlocked garage. Explanation: most auto insurance policies include a provision that requires reasonable precautions to be taken to prevent theft. The fact that the car was left in an unlocked garage may be considered negligence, which could result in a reduced payout. While the theft is a covered event, the policyholder's failure to lock the garage may reduce the amount of the payout. Option is incorrect because theft is generally a covered event, even if precautions were not taken. Option B is incorrect because negligence may affect the payout amount. Option D is incorrect because the lack of forced entry does not automatically deny the claim, especially if the vehicle was stolen. Question 26. A policyholder files a claim for hail damage to their roof. The insurance adjuster determines that the roof had pre-existing wear and tear. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Deny the claim due to the pre-existing condition. B. Approve the claim for the damage caused by the hail, excluding the wear and tear. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the pre-existing wear and tear. D. Deny the claim entirely because wear and tear is never covered. Answer: B. Approve the claim for the damage caused by the hail, excluding the wear and tear. Explanation: hail damage is typically covered under homeowners insurance, but damage from wear and tear is not. The adjuster should approve the claim for the damage caused by the hail and exclude the damage that resulted from the roof's pre-existing condition. Option is incorrect because hail damage is a covered peril, and the claim should not be denied entirely. Option C could be a possibility if the insurer chooses to reduce the payout, but excluding wear and tear from coverage is standard. Option D is incorrect because wear and tear is not generally covered, but hail damage itself is. Question 27. A policyholder submits a health insurance claim for treatment of a medical condition. The insurer's policy contains an exclusion for pre-existing conditions, but the policyholder was not aware of the condition before purchasing the insurance. What should the adjuster do in this situation? A. Deny the claim due to the pre-existing condition, exclusion. B. Approve the claim in full as the policyholder was unaware of the condition. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the pre-existing condition. D. Deny the claim because the pre-existing condition, exclusion is clear. Answer: A. Deny the claim due to the pre-existing condition, exclusion. Explanation: health insurance policies typically include exclusions for pre-existing conditions. Even though the policyholder was unaware of the condition before purchasing the insurance, the insurer is not obligated to cover pre-existing conditions under most policies. Option B is incorrect because the pre-existing condition exclusion would apply regardless of the policyholder's knowledge. Option C is incorrect because pre-existing conditions are typically excluded entirely and no payout would be made for those claims. Option D is partially correct in terms of the exclusion, but denying the claim is the proper course of action. Question 28. A commercial property policyholder files a claim for damage caused by vandalism. However, the policyholder failed to secure the property after the damage occurred, and additional damage occurred as a result. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim due to the failure to secure the property. B. Approve the claim in full as vandalism is covered. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the failure to secure the property. D. Deny the claim because the policyholder failed to mitigate additional damage. Answer: C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the failure to secure the property. Explanation: most commercial property policies require policyholders to take reasonable steps to secure the property and prevent further damage after an incident like vandalism. While vandalism is typically covered, the failure to secure the property could result in reduced compensation for the additional damage that occurred. Option is incorrect because vandalism is typically covered, though negligence in mitigating additional damage can affect the payout. Option B is incorrect because the failure to secure the property should impact the payout. Option D is incorrect because failure to mitigate additional damage may reduce the payout but should not result in a total denial of the claim. Question 29. A policyholder files a claim for damage to their vehicle after hitting a deer. The policyholder's auto policy includes collision coverage. What should the adjuster do in this case? A. Deny the claim because the damage was caused by an animal. B. Approve the claim in full as collision coverage applies to accidents involving animals. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to the involvement of an animal. D. Deny the claim because deer collisions are considered a form of comprehensive damage. Answer: B. Approve the claim in full as collision coverage applies to accidents involving animals. Explanation: collision coverage typically applies to accidents where the policyholder's vehicle is damaged due to a collision, including with animals like deer. In this case, since the damage occurred as a result of a collision with a deer, the adjuster should approve the claim in full under the collision coverage, provided no other exclusions apply. Option is incorrect because collision coverage would still apply even though the collision involved an animal. Option C is incorrect because collision coverage does not typically reduce payouts based on the nature of the collision. Option D is incorrect because deer collisions are considered under collision coverage, not comprehensive coverage, which usually covers damage from non-collision incidents like hitting a stationary object or vandalism. Question 30. A policyholder has a renter's insurance policy and files a claim for theft of personal property. The policyholder did not provide an inventory list or photographs of the stolen items. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Deny the claim because the policyholder did not provide an inventory list. B. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to lack of proof of ownership. C. Approve the claim in full as theft is covered under renter's insurance. D. Deny the claim because there is no police report. Answer: B. Approve the claim but reduce the payout due to lack of proof of ownership. Explanation: renter's insurance typically covers theft of personal property, but insurers require proof of ownership such as an inventory list or photographs to determine the value of the items. If the policyholder cannot provide this proof, the adjuster may still approve the claim but reduce the payout based on the lack of evidence. Option is incorrect because while the inventory list is helpful, the claim can still be processed with the necessary documentation, though the payout may be affected. Option C is incorrect because without proof of ownership, the claim cannot be approved in full. Option D is incorrect because a police report, while useful, is not always required unless stipulated by the policy.